Alrighty, this is part 3, and right now we're moving up to butt rape this cavalry charge. You can see where I'm placing my cannons, and you can see that I haven't completely committed the entire army, as I might need some of that. I've split them into two groups. The White Bears and the Kyoto Police on the right hand side are the flank, and they will either draw the fire of the revolver cavalry in such a way and become the main, or they will do exactly as planned and run in once the cavalry charge my front line. Thank you for that, Japanese man. And here we go. Turns out they might actually become the front line here, and someone else might have to be the flank. At any rate, all you want to do at the start here is make sure that the infantry you have, the guns, split up the cavalry at the start. You don't have to split them apart as what you see there, but just make sure that they get one volley off. So stop them and make them fire, because that will break up the cavalry charge, it will break up the formation and make it less deadly on impact. And then once your infantry take the brunt of the force, just run your Kyoto Police in there and have them come away quietly. So I have my my cannons now working away, doing the business, and we will begin to move up to take the general sector on the top left there. If you look into the centre of the mini-map there, it's quite difficult to see, bear with me, you'll see that's exactly where I've got the cannons firing for two reasons. One, they're sat in the corner of an area, a wall of the fort, it's a corner, and just shooting them will make the wall collapse and therefore will kill the majority of them. It may already have happened, I don't know. Right now, I've got the cannons firing at this corner of the wall now. It's just taking quite a fair chunk of damage, and breaking up that part of the wall, and the front face of the wall will pretty much rout that unit. And if it doesn't rout it, then you'll have to hit them with a cannon blast, and eventually they will die. Here, pretty sure I ruined my own day. This bit, it's so annoying, this part. Mainly because, for some reason, the Shogunate infantry there seems to be able to shoot much further than normal. Either that or I moved my men too close. But it felt like they were shooting a lot further than what they should have. Other than that, I played this like a moron and lost both my units of Kyoto Police. Did I lose both or just one? I think it was both. We will find out inevitably. So that's me showing you what position I'm in. Ideally you want to take your melee units besides the katana kachi, because you're going to need them later, and just the off chance that you miss, for example. So there you go, the cannons are now hitting that front wall. Just make sure that their line of sight's not blocked. That's quite a good spot to put your cannons, because once they run out of ammo you just hit the limber up button, the horses will pick the cannons up, the cannons will completely renew their ammunition in about 5 seconds, and you just drop them back down again. But as I was saying, you don't want to commit your katana kachi right now, because you're going to need the katana kachi for the assault, depending on how many men are left. So this is me moving in. As you can see, I've got my Kyoto Police in the correct area. That was the ones in the far left there. You want to flank. You want to flank hard, not flank completely. But I semied and then premature all over myself. It was absolutely disgraceful, and I'm ashamed. I sat here complaining in video 1 about how I'm the worst gunner ever, and I actually just can't use these guns for the life of me. There goes the wall. It's always magnificent to watch that. And yeah, I complained about how terrible I was with the guns, and they fucked up almost immediately with the guns and the melee units. There we go, hit them again, they shatter, it's lovely. So now I've got them aiming at this fort wall now. I wanted to break up the front fort wall so they couldn't shoot my sharpshooters moving up. I don't know if they could reach, but I'm not gonna take chances anymore, especially when I need the sharpshooters. The sharpshooters are now the pivotal point. Yeah, you need to keep them alive. You could also, if you wanted, use the cannon. I prefer to use it on the walls though, just because I can use my men to get rid of everything that's in the way of the fortress here. But the cannons are really the only thing that I can use to get inside the fortress prior to actually assaulting the walls. So there we go, blowing up a section of the wall there, and we're going to move on to this section of the wall. I think and polish them off, am I? Or am I going to move? Nope, going for the bodyguard. The thing about the bodyguard, and the thing I actually tried to point out the most, was that you really only want to attack the bodyguard until the general dies. The reason for this is it makes everything else route much faster. Unfortunately, the general in the castle dying doesn't make the general outside the castle route much faster. That was the issue there. But you want to get rid of this guy, so you can see he's blinking, which means he's under fire. But when the general dies, his star will turn into a triangle, and just a regular cavalry symbol. So just pick the general apart up until the point where he dies. It's fine, and then you can begin attacking the guys on the far side of the walls there. The guys on the furthest side of the castle and the walls, you kind of can see them on the left of the screen there, the top left, in front of the guys in the centre of the court there. It's hit and miss with them really. Sometimes you can scale the walls and they won't know, or they simply won't turn on. You shoot them in the back and they'll die. Other times they will, as soon as they see you climb up the wall, they'll run up to the wall you're scaling and shoot all your men down. So I'd still always try and make sure that I've killed as many as possible. So here I am with this massive map layout, trying to point out the triangle of the general. I'm watching him, I'm like, oh, I'll get him eventually. But then I realised that I actually have to pay attention to everything else. So you can see both the generals are now under fire, but only two of my units are firing. One is now empty, that is the cannons. So I'm just going to have the cannons limber and pick up more ammo, I guess. My sharpshooters are shooting and have already routed a unit from over there. So they're just going to pick up the secondary general, as it were, the shogunate infantry, as my cannons. I think I've finished getting there. Did everything? They're finished. Yep, looks like they're limbering back up again. So here's the Kyoto police moving around. This is what I make two accents here. One, I'll move this unit of Kyoto police up there. That's bad, don't do that, because well, do that if the shogunate infantry that are in that little hidey hole there are on the opposite side. But they're not, so I get bum raped. And let's cut to me getting bum raped, shall we? This was part of the mistake I made, apart from the fact that I obliterated my unit of rank 4 Kyoto police up there. Is I split them up right there, and I should have pushed them all the way around, and instead I chose to attack there. And both units split off, with a smaller unit heading head first into a mound of shit, and then the other unit following neatly behind. So there's one unit just travelling straight through and running away again, and then this is the other unit. I felt quite good about this charge. This charge looked good, but this charge wasn't good. This charge was bad, really bad, so dumb. That's how not to flank the mini general there. But I tried to put the general up, but just seen that he was just too far gone, just turned away. But one thing it did make me do, or allow me to do, sorry, was run my sharpshooters all the way up there, because they've now chased the unit of Kyoto police. So that's good news. So that means that the Kyoto police are now effectively dead because they can't return to the little area that they're in. They will just be shot to pieces en route. That was me there, trying and failing miserably to blow up part of that wall. This is essentially, once these guys are gone, all you now have to do is wait until you can clear the front area, the wall, and the guys on the sides there with the cannon. That is essentially your only job, and that is basically part 3. And to a certain extent part 4, but I will show you me winning, I think. But yeah, this is me now firing on the shogunate infantry, the mini general. Having already demolished the other general you can see there, because he's no longer a little star on the map, it's just a standard cavalry symbol, signifying his death, his untimely demise. And basically this is now all the final assault is. You're essentially trying your absolute hardest to get rid of the 3 guys in the centre, or the 2 units in the centre courtyard, and I believe there's another one in the bush, or the trees, hiding. There go the infantry, my men still firing. Once you've gotten rid of the guys in the centre area here, or at least you've ruined enough of their lives, if you can't hit the guys in the back, either with the PC controlling or the AI controlling the shots fired by the cannons, you can try firing yourself. If you can't hit them still, just march your men up and they should turn and head to the front where your men are coming from, in which case just run your men away and they'll walk outside and you can kill them that way. But yeah, that is essentially, and this is essentially part 3, and it's rather tedious and boring, so I'm going to stop the video here and we'll continue with this at a later date. Hey, take 5, right. I was going to include part 4 as in another video, but it's 16 minutes of me using the cannon to kill stuff, so I'm going to just try and cut it down to 3 minutes and keep it in there. Essentially, that area there was garrison infantry, those dead bodies, and that was where I told you they would be hiding, and the third part of the video there. They're always there, regardless of if you blow up the gun station before they blow up the bridge and retreat. So just try fire a few testers. You don't have to. Just fire a few testers and see if a couple of them die. As you can see there, I've just nailed quite a few, and that one guy kind of melted. He's looking for the ref to book me. It's like, ref, please, yellow card. It's a football joke, never mind. All you want to do now is push the katana. I throw the katanas up the wall and have them cap the flag, and then I just bring everybody else in. Yeah, that's it. You can use the cannons to blow up the gate if you want, but I've already moved the men up to the front of the gate, so it'd be quite dangerous. I might kill some of my men. So just sending the katanas up works fine. What I'll then do is I'll push the Keihitai there. I'll move them up and double row and have them drop to a knee when they come across these guys in the bush, and we will demolish, and then I'll scale the walls. But before that, I want to make sure that I get rid of the shogunate infantry on the far wall there, because if you don't get rid of them and they actually come for you with the garrison infantry, then that could pose problems. So try and actually get you. This is all just me for fun. This is just me for fun, killing these guys there. They're garrison, they don't have to be killed. Please kill the shogunate infantry on the back wall, because I'd hate for you to have spent an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes or so, you're down to the last 10-15 minutes of this level, and then you fuck it up because these assholes here are turning to kill you. This is the last bit here. I'll just run you through what I've already done. I've moved my men up the wall. After I completely annihilated the guys in the back wall, I actually shot them all to death. Once that was done, I turned my cannon's attention, because the cannon's still on fire at will, so I don't want them accidentally shooting all my men, trying to kill the garrison. So I had them turn around and kill the rest of the shogutai. I actually limbered them, and then unlimbered further up the road a wee bit, just a wee bit up the road, as they were getting ammo back, and then had them shoot the shogutai. I actually had a wee go myself and missed every shot. So this is it. This is just my black bears killing the last 2 generals' bodyguards. They just fall over really easily. And that is actually it. That is the level completed once this guy falls over, and you'll get the video at the end. So, hope you enjoyed it. I actually hope you managed to complete that. Thanks for that, Jap man. I shall see you later.
From a ship in Osaka Bay, Tokugawa Yoshinobu watches his castle burn. He has now been driven from the southern half of the country he supposedly rules. Through courageous leadership in battle, Saigo Takamori has tipped the balance of power in Japan. His samurai followers see him as a hero, and his achievements are celebrated throughout the land.